Hi, and thank you for listening. This is Sherry Andrea, and I appreciate you. If you're looking for me, you can find me at sherryspeaks.com, where you can find 80 plus attunements starting at $2.50. Where the manuals are most of the manuals are free to download, and along with the attunements, you do get a certificate. Also, if you just need a certificate, there is a certificate maker on the site that makes a beautiful certificate. Based on the information that you put in, your name, your master's name. If I didn't attune you, remember, don't put my name in. Put the person who attuned you. Put their name in. Um, okay, and there is a psychic reading sale that is actively going on. $15 for 30 minutes. And I'll put the link in the description. But you can go to sherryspeaksnow.simplybook.me. And you know what? While I will actually hold on one second. I'm actually going to go ahead and put that on the screen for you. Um, just to make it easier, in case you didn't catch what I said. Wait, I did that wrong. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. And I'll even put the main website name up there. Okay, there we go. We got it. Okay, we got it. Okay, so it's on the screen. I will also put it in the description as well. So you can go and schedule your reading. $15, 30 minutes. If you're looking to donate, you can just go to sherryspeaks.com and on the nav menu, click on donate, and you'll see multiple choices. The Cash App is there, which is $ Sherry Speaks. But you'll see multiple choices. And there's even an option in case you want to do it on the website and so that you could pay directly with your debit or credit card. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, first of all, I'm going to be doing a series that are called Getting Help from Psychic Readings. This one is called Path, Purpose, Decisions, and Choices. Okay, so each one is going to be discussing something different. When it comes to getting a psychic reading, and the purpose of this series of videos is to help you get more out of your readings that are actually so that you're not just going to get a reading and you walk away and you're kind of like, oh, okay, well, that was good. Yeah, it's good, but how useful was it to you? Did it help move you forward? Did it help you, accomplish something, figure something out? Did it help you figure out what you need to do next? So this is geared towards helping you to get the most out of getting a psychic reading, regardless of whether it's from me or from someone else. And that is also regardless of the type of reading, whether it's a straight psychic reading, whether it's somebody doing a tarot reading, someone doing astrology reading. But it's aimed at helping you to understand some things so that you can get the most out of it. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so the reason why I want to do this is because I've been noticing on the readings I spend quite a bit of time, and this is why my readings often go over, because I'm spending so much time trying to explain, like when you ask a question, um, why the answer will not make a difference for you. Like, for example, if you were to ask me, okay, I'm working this job, and maybe I've just recently started, and you want to know because maybe you're looking forward to moving up in the company. Maybe you're like, yeah, I'm just starting as a receptionist now, but this is the industry I plan to be working in, and I have a degree and I want to move up. And maybe today what you're asking me is, how quickly will I move up? Will I get those promotions quickly? Where will I be 5 years from now in this company? I can answer that question, of course. However, the answering it today may not be as the answer today may not be as useful for you, like let's say a year or 2 years from now, because things are constantly in a state of change. Always. That's the way the universe works. That's the way this all works. Everything is always in a state of change. And those changes aren't just based on you and your actions. They're also based on other people's actions as well. Like, for example, you're working, but you have a supervisor or a boss, don't you? You have a CEO of that company. You have coworkers. And on any given day, they themselves, they're making decisions. They're just newly deciding things. And maybe yesterday, they weren't planning to do something that now today they are planning to do that may affect you as well. So this is why I say the answer today that you get may not be as useful to you a year from now. However, asking a question today may help you to figure out how you need to move forward and what you need to do to get the outcome you want. Now, those types of questions do tend to be more useful when my higher self is answering the question and giving you information basically that says, okay, if you play it this way, there's a certain outcome you want. You're like telling me, this is the outcome I'm wanting. And my higher self may say, okay, for you to achieve that outcome, this is how you need to play it. This is what you need to do. This is what you need to watch out for. Some useful things, or even how to handle situations at work, because, like, say for example, you are dealing with difficult coworkers or a difficult supervisor, or maybe you assist somebody, you're somebody's assistant, and that person is maybe difficult to work with, and you're almost getting fed up. Now, my higher self, I may go, why is my higher self showing me you angry and like giving me this warning for you to be careful about your reactions, and for you to be careful about losing control. So I may get that. I may be like, why is my higher self telling me you need to be careful on the job with how you handle your reactions, with how you stay in control emotionally? Now, look, if my higher self is giving you that kind of heads up, it's because our guides, our higher self, angels, and masters, they know what we want. Imagine somebody that's constantly eavesdropping on you, that knows everything about you, that knows your dreams, your desires, your everything. So your higher self, your guides, the angels, and masters already know what it is you want, outcomes you want, what you desire. So when they're telling you things like this, they're actually giving you a heads up. They're like, heads up, because this isn't in line. What you're getting ready to do isn't in line with what you really want to achieve or have happen. For example, if the thing you value most is peace in life, and they see that somebody's going to come at you in a wrong way, start an argument with you, and that the way you're going to end up handling it is going to lead to a lot of problems. Maybe a lot of back and forth, maybe the other person not wanting to let it go. They may give you that heads up. Be very careful how you handle this. Make sure that you're not too quick to react. Think before you speak, and try to not go down the same road they're going down. As in, just because somebody is coming at you wrong doesn't mean you have to react and come back at them wrong, because that's gonna lead this somewhere. No, you can hold your own light. You can, stay true to you. If you're a calm, passive, easygoing person, just because the other person is upset, you don't have to go down that road with them. You can stay nice and calm, and easygoing as you're dealing with them, even if they're getting more and more and more and more upset. You can still control the outcome to get what you want, which may be peace in your life. Or it may be, you're going to go in and you're going to ask for a promotion, and they're going to take you seriously, your request, and they're going to want to have a meeting with you about it. Well, maybe my higher self might say, you're going to have to be prepared, ready and prepared to give all the reasons why you should get a promotion and a raise, why you deserve it, what you bring to the company, etc., etc. Some people they know what they want, but they may not be prepared to get it. So my higher self often will tell them what they need to be prepared to do. Now, if you don't do it, that's on you. Because I get a lot of people that get a reading from me. My higher self tells them this, tells them that, and then later on they'll come back and they'll get another reading, and they'll be like, oh, okay, so this is what happened, and I didn't get this. This didn't happen, and then when I start asking them, well, wait, I remember us doing the reading, and I remember us going, over this, and me giving you what my higher self was saying. So what did you do on your part? And come to find out, they didn't take right action. So that means, yeah, they got a reading, but they didn't make use of it. You actually have to be prepared to make use of it. When it comes to, let's start with, because some of you probably may be listening because you want to know about the path and purpose thing. Who doesn't, right? I mean, I remember when I was there, when my every day was about, what's my path? What's my purpose? I think I understand what my path and purpose is, but I'm not sure. And I'm not sure that I'm really heading in the right direction, or am I slightly off. I remember when, for a while, that was my question almost every day. It literally drove me crazy. And so I understand some of you are at that place where you're like, I just want to understand. I just want to understand. Okay, well, let me tell you, one of the things I would say is very important to understand before you think you're going to try to understand your path and purpose, is to understand one important detail, which is your path and purpose is not decided for you. Oh, okay, so you have free will, and most people understand free will. they've heard it discussed so many times. So most of you should understand free will. It means you have the free will to in your life make the choices, decision, head in directions, whatever you want to do. If you're gonna make that decision and rob a bank and end up spending the rest of your life in prison, you get to make that decision. If you're gonna live your whole life being a nice person, you're gonna get to make that decision. However, free will also means angels, ascended masters, your higher self, the guides, they are not allowed to interfere with your free will. They're not allowed to just step in and go, whoa, 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 whoa. Stop. Like a director when they're filming a movie or something. That director may yell cut and may come on to the set and may go, okay, yeah, no, that's not quite what I need you to do with this. And he's talking to the actors and actresses. Okay, I need you to play it like this. Oh, I need you to be showing more emotion. Okay, so a director jumps in there and they're trying to get those people to perform their roles differently because they have a goal of how they want that scene to play out and what they want that scene to convey, right? Okay, what I'm saying is angels, your ascended masters, your guides, your higher self, they are not directors in your life. They are not going to step in and yell cut. I wish they would. I really do. There are so many times I'm like, oh darn, why didn't you stop me? But no, they're not going to perform as directors in your life. You have free will. So now you can ask for help. But wait. Okay, asking for help, this is what I found when people say, but wait a minute, but can I ask them for help? Because what I'm asking them for is I'm trying to find my path and purpose. And we almost kind of want it to be put up in our face. We want to be shown something that will make that light bulb go off. We have that aha moment. It's like, that's what my path and purpose is. I get it now. That's what we'd like to happen, and we'd like to for them to help us get to that point where that happens, right? So yes, you can ask them for help. We call it guidance, right? You can ask them for help. You can ask them for guidance. You can even ask them. You can even say, okay, give me signs. Show me signs. Give me clues. Throw them out there to me. Like such as, maybe for a period of time, you're seeing certain repeating numbers all the time. Okay, that could be your sign. It could be your little hint they're trying to give you. It could also be them saying, don't worry, you're on the right path right now. You're heading in the right direction. For right now, just keep going in the direction you're going. And then we'll let you know when you get to a fork in the road. Sometimes it's as simple as that, because sometimes it's not ready, it's not time for you to discover your path and purpose. Sometimes you're not ready for that. Sometimes it's like they're trying to tell you, no, stay focused on living your life and gaining life experience, because you're going to need that. Gain that life experience, learn those lessons from it, because when we do guide you to your path and purpose, you're going to need that. So you have to understand, just because you want to know your path and purpose right now, it doesn't mean they're just going to go, well, they want to know it right now. They don't want to wait. So we have to do what they ask. No, it doesn't work like that. Sometimes it's just simply not time for it to be unfolded fully in front of you. I know it's hard, but sometimes you're at a time in your life where you have to find your patience and just keep moving forward. and just kind of keep telling yourself everything is as it should be for right now. I'm going to know when it's time to make another choice or decision because I've come to a fork in the road. Now, here's the thing, when it comes to asking for help, some people think, okay, well, maybe I'm making decisions in my life, such as I'm going to go to school for this degree program. I'm going to take this job, not this one. I'm going to study this or learn that, but not that. You know what I mean? It could even be about playing a musical instrument. It could be about wanting to be a singer and taking voice lessons versus doing something else. You may want them to kind of jump in and help you with that. But, and the reason why I'm saying I've said all that is to say this. Sometimes I have to ask people, how do you think that help is coming? When you ask the angels, ascended masters, or your guides to help you with something, how do you perceive that you're going to receive that help? Because sometimes a person has an expectation of how they're going to be helped, and so now what's happened is they're sitting and waiting for help to come in a certain way, and maybe that's not the way it's ever going to come, but yet they're sitting and waiting for it to come that way. Yeah, no, if you're sitting and waiting for them to give you that guidance that tells you what like decision to make, that tells you what direction to head in, that's not coming. But there's a reason why it's not coming. Not because they can't, and not, I know you're thinking she's going to say free will again. Nope, not going to say free will. Nope. it's It's because there is no such thing as right versus wrong. It's because no matter what decision you make, play the violin, play the flute. Take this job versus that job. Move here, move there. There is no right or wrong. There are just choices that you make that, yes, do have an outcome, but that give you an experience in life that you learn from. So there is no right or wrong. If you always knew the right choice and decision to make, what would you get out of life? What would you learn? Sometimes they want you to go ahead and make those choices and decisions, and I'm not saying they want you to make a bad one and head down the wrong road. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying they want you to learn and grow. They want you to advance in every way. But you can't do that if the answer's always given to you. Sometimes you have to narrowing things down for yourself. Yeah, I do help people with their path and their purpose, and I tell them what I'm getting, and it helps them to narrow it down because it helps them to narrow down, like, I'm trying to put it into the right words. Okay, let's say they're already like a nurse or something. But I'm like, yeah, but I'm seeing how you are caring for people and everything. I'm seeing that that's right for you. But I'm seeing like the way you're doing it by being a traditional nurse maybe isn't what your purpose in the end, with your path and purpose, is going to be. Maybe you're meant to down the road add some more things to that. Okay, so maybe you're already a nurse, but maybe now you're maybe going to study herbology. Maybe you're also going to study energy healing. And eventually you're going to start kind of like a practice of your own a holistic practice where you're now combining all those things you learn. I actually know somebody who actually has a practice where they're doing that, and they are a nurse, a cousin of mine. And I thought it was so cool when I saw what she was doing. I thought, oh, that's an awesome idea. That is so cool that you not only took the skills you have as a nurse so you can help help people when it comes to, like, you can check vitals and this and that and stuff, but they're also coming in for, it's a combination. It's also a spa, the business you have. I thought it was so cool. So imagine you start this practice where it's a spa. They can get energy healing there, they can get a clearing, they can get help with their detox. Maybe you even have a little mini, like a juice bar there, and they can come and they can get their supply of juice or whatever for the week. And sometimes what it is that you're kind of already being guided, like, because that person that's meant to do that, maybe they're already a nurse. So you could say they're on their path, they're heading in the right direction. So it's almost like saying, oh, okay, so they got one part of it complete. They've already become a nurse. Okay, but now they're going to keep going down that path. And as they go down that path, more things are going to be added in, right? That's about the path. That's why I'm saying you got to follow it. Imagine going through the woods and there's a trail. You can't just stand there and not move and go, wonder where this leads. No, what's the best way to find that out? You got to walk down that path. You got to walk down that trail. Because maybe walking down the trail, you're going to discover something. Maybe a leprechaun in a pot of gold. I wish. But what if? What if down that path is a leprechaun in a pot of gold, and he's just sitting there twiddling his thumbs, looking at his watch, like, how long is it going to take this chick to get here? But you're just standing there and you're going, I wonder. But this is, and then you're going, I wonder if this is even the right path. But look, while you're doing all that questioning and wondering, you could be making that choice. Let me walk down it a little bit. Let me see what I find. Let me walk a little bit ways further. Let me see what I find. You can use a psychic reading to help you find out your path, whether you're on your right path, even your purpose, like what you came here to, like, do in this lifetime. And even, and other people are involved in that, because it's so funny how a lot of times when people are we're doing the reading and they're asking the questions about path and purpose, it seems like it never fails. Eventually in that reading, they may bring up family members, or it could be husband, it could be kids, and the relationship they have with them that maybe isn't going well, and is maybe causing them sadness or stress, anxiety. It's like those challenges, because they came here too to play a role for you, to help you learn things. And yeah, it's not pleasant. That's the thing. You came here to have experiences and to learn, and it's not going to be pleasant. But some people want to know their path and their purpose, certain decisions to make, because what are they trying to do? They want their life to be more pleasant. They don't want their life to be so agonizing. It's like, you feel that way sometimes. You're like, ugh, what now? Tired of my life being agonizing. And sometimes we We just wish that, why can't life be like we just get to enjoy it? It doesn't have to be any kind of agony or anything. It can just be enjoyable. No, you wouldn't learn anything. Here we go again. You got to be learning, got to be advancing. And you can't do that unless there's a little bit of a struggle. And there is when you're trying to learn things, even walking down that path. And the path isn't always easy. The path could be sometimes uphill, downhill. It could be like bumpy, lots of rocks. I mean, that's the nature of it. Now you can still get help with it, but the one thing that you're not going to get is that those answers that tell you which way to go, that's going to make it like your Snow White taking a stroll with the dwarves, and it's all sunshine and flowers. And no, you're not going to get an answer that tells you how to have that life, because if you had that life, you wouldn't learn anything. It would just be a pleasant life, but you wouldn't get anything out of it. Most people who are incarnate right now came here to not only help the world, the earth to continue to ascend, or the universe to ascend, but also they came here to learn, to advance, and to do some tough lessons. The sooner, I would say, the sooner, when it comes to a psychic reading, the sooner you can get to that point where you're not trying to get an answer that makes it easy for you. Like, what's the answer to where I'm going to be living like Cinderella? As soon as you can let go of that and be okay with the work being hard, it reminds me of the saying, it is what it is. As soon as you can do that, you can get more out of your readings, because now you're ready to go along with the plan instead of pushing against it. So one of the most important things is, when it comes to path and purpose, decisions, choices, and you getting that psychic reading, be ready to take action. Don't be a person that either doesn't want to take action, or you've got tons of excuses why not this, why not that. Well, if you keep hearing yourself say that, you need to work on solving some of those. What's the solution to where you can eventually cross off that excuse you're using? Be ready to take action, because getting psychic readings can help move you forward, but it's only if you're willing to take action. The doing is on your part. The psychic reading doesn't do anything itself other than help give you information to move forward. But what moves you forward is you and the actions you take. So whenever you get a psychic reading, before, like, whether it's in person or on the phone, before it's ended, you gotta you gotta kind of question yourself and be like, okay, what am I walking away from here? In this reading, what did this reading tell me I need to do? And did I jot those things down? I need to do this. I'm going to need to do that. I'm going to need to work on this. What did you get out of the reading? Because a reading can really help you move forward, but only if you're going to be taking action. But you also have to know, well, what action you need to take. And when it comes to your path and purpose, just remember, sometimes you will find out in a reading that you are on the right path. It's just that all the details of your purpose haven't unfolded yet, because it's not time yet. It's not time for that yet. you're still in the stage where you need to just continue having those life experiences and learning from it and collecting more stuff. And when I say collecting more stuff, as you go along, you'll be like, ooh, I feel guided to learn energy work, or I feel guided to learn about herbs, or I feel guided to learn about crystals. You don't have to make sense of everything right away. Just go ahead. It's okay. Follow the guidance. Hey, we got internet. Google it. Google these things. Learn about them. There are many places where you could take free courses online. Um, Videos on YouTube you can listen to. Um, but go ahead. Collect those things. Don't be worried about, oh, I have to make sense of it though. I have to understand where this piece fits in. No, you don't. Not yet. Because I know for me, I collected so many pieces until I finally got to this to a day where I was like, now I understand. I understand how the pieces all work together. I get it. I get why I had to go through that. I get why I had to learn this. I get why I studied that. Look, when you collect enough of the pieces, it all falls together. It does. And it's beautiful the way that happens. And also, it's like you're not even expecting it, and it's like you finally collected all the puzzle pieces and they just magically all came together, and you're like, that's what the puzzle is. It's a picture of a cat. And so it's going to happen for you. But let's start with first, you're going to get those psychic readings. Let's make them useful for you. Let's make them so that you can move forward in a smoother, quicker way. But make them useful for yourself. Okay, it's been great. Thank you for listening. Again, you can find me at sherryspeaks.com. Oh, don't forget, please subscribe and like the video, please. I appreciate it. I am also on Instagram as Illuminated Sister, and I'm also on TikTok, but I haven't done anything on TikTok. And of course, I'm on Facebook. Um, and you can, if you go to my YouTube About page, you'll see the links to all of the social media and everything there. And of course, if you need to contact me, um, you can do so through the contact page on sherryspeaks.com. And I try to get back to you right away, but keep in mind, if you don't hear back from me in like 2 days, send me another email, because I get so many emails every day, and occasionally one gets by me. Like, I'll be like, oh, I didn't see that. Or it goes to my spam folder for some odd reason. So it's been great. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. Remember, just hang in there. You know where I am at if you need my help. Have a great day. Namaste.